Hey guys, a little bit of an introduction. My name is Dylan and I'm attempting to start a channel that's called MetalPlayGround. Basically it's going to be about four-wheel drives and such, and hopefully a lot of DIY sort of deal. Basically the purpose of the channel is going to be to track along how the builds go, because I think it would be pretty cool to just be able to look back at the videos and see what things are like when I brought them to what they're like now. That way you can sort of watch the evolution of things. And I want to try to do as much of it as I can myself or with my mates. Obviously if there's anything that I think is going to compromise safety, then I'm going to get someone else to do it who's a professional. But for the most part I'm going to go and have a crack at it myself. Now at the current time of recording I own an old Hilux that's got a Commodore conversion in it. Someone brought it unfortunately and decided to put the diesel back in it. I don't know why. But I spent an absolute bucket load on it and it's still not able to go. Just because I've had to source parts that they've left out when they've taken it all apart. But I think I've got that sold. I've just pulled into work now. I'm in my other car obviously. So after work, a mate's agreed to help me go and move that and sell it. And then after we do that, we're going to go and pick up a Cherokee, which I pretty much brought sight unseen. I've owned Patrols, Hiluxes, Land Cruisers, Pajeros, and pretty much everything else, but I've never owned a Jeep. A couple of my mates run Jeeps and they've had pretty good luck with them, so I thought I'd give Jeeps a try because me and Toyotas, we just do not get along. I think up in total I've had seven Hiluxes and all of them have left on a trailer when they've been sold. Just before buying the Hilux I currently got, I had an 80 series Land Cruiser and I spent an absolute fortune on it. Got 195 kilometers away from home on a camping trip and it just decided not to work. It cost me over 800 bucks to have it towed back on the back of a truck because nobody wanted to go and get it where it was. And then once they dropped it off, I hit the key and it started first pop, but it still wasn't very healthy. So I've sold that, obviously brought the Hilux. That can be someone else's problem because we're buying a Jeep. But I gotta go to work, so I shall see you after work. Alright, I've officially knocked off work. But I don't think my phone's going to make it. It's very, very close to running out. But I'll try to get my mate to take a couple pictures because we're going to drop the Hilux off and go straight from there. And then we're going to pick up the Jeep. So it should be pretty good.
So yeah, we ended up going and doing that. We didn't actually end up picking up the Jeep till like 11 o'clock at night. Which was pretty average because we told the guy was going to be there by 9, but complications with the trailer we was using kind of slowed us down a bit. And as I'd pretty much expected, we didn't make it there with the camera. I did get my mate to take this picture though. As I said, I didn't really have a chance to look at it and it was dark by the time we got there. Thought the guy was going to be pretty pissed off because he'd been waiting there forever, but he didn't really seem to care all that much. So in the picture that was advertised, it did have a light bar on it that was ripped off when I got there, so that was a warning sign. There was a massive hole in the muffler box. The body was reasonably straight and relatively rust-free. I use that term loosely. It's a 95 XJ Sport Cherokee with the 4-litre inline 6 of course, the crappy little Dana diffs, and the AW4 auto transmission ? Don't quote me on that. Sitting on Jeep alloys with 31s that are most definitely going to want to be replaced. I'm going to want to go to 33s for sure. 1 because I like 33s, 2 because these are bold. It's got some type of lift in it. I have no idea what and neither did the seller, but I'll take that as a bonus. Positive sign is it had over 3 grand's worth of receipts in the glove box. Not all of them that recent though, so take it with a grain of salt. It did have a smashed out back window though, but at the time you see in the footage in the background, that had already been replaced because my mate had a door just laying around, we just swapped the door over. The headlights didn't work in any Cherokee faction, most of the dash didn't work either. The guy wanted 2.5 for it, or 2.8, and I said there's no way. I was thinking just get him down to 2.2 maybe because it seemed to run well, but my mate literally jumped out of the car and just said to him 1900 and he accepted it, which is probably still overpaying for it, but I really wanted a Cherokee. That was there and available. Everyone else wants a ridiculous price for theirs all of a sudden. So it was a done deal. It's loaded up on the trailer and we're heading home. But with how quickly the seller was ready to accept that $1,900 kind of had me worried. What other problems are we going to run into along the way? I guess you have to stay tuned to find out. See you in the next video, guys.